Hello everyone, welcome to Reddit City Crit. I'm your Dungeon Master Horn, and joining me is my usual rigmarole of very scared players. Let's start off with the person who's the most fearful of this session, and then we'll work our way up to the least fearful.
I feel like this is someone painting a target on their back. Whoever's the least
person that's least scared is gonna get targeted.
Or most scared is going to get targeted because Harry's just.
I mean, I think I'm the least scared because I live with him, so he has to live with me back, you know?
If anything, you incited the fear, so.
I was about to say, I'm as far away from trauma as I can get at the moment, hopefully, unless trauma has come
That's
to me.
what you think.
Maybe we should just go based off character.
Side thing, we think it's going to be a Ryan and Mary. Trauma, it's Volga time.
We're going to Baros's planet as well, so
Yeah, or Beros, yeah. This way he goes. Joke's on you. Trauma for everyone. On the same planet.
Because Astra is afraid of everything. Hi, I'm Mary. I play Astra, the ASMR cleric. I'll pass on to the next.
I mean, I'm too burnt out from work to be scared of Harry, but Cyrus is probably scared of the foreseeable future, so I'll just go next. Hi, I'm Ryan. I play Cyrus Revenmore, the ASMR barbarian.
Does that just leave me?
What?
Hi, I'm Anthony. I play Barrow Starkhoof. I'm pretty burnt out from work too, so I'm not that scared.
I think we're all just dead inside.
Do it! Come on! I'm right here! End me!
I'm Will. I'm playing Volga the Duergar Ranger, and I'm slightly less burnt out, I think, than these two, but life.
Hi, I'm George. I am in chronic burnout, but I'm doing okay. And I fear nothing, and neither does Atlas. God are giant brains, and we can kill them. We'll be fine. I don't think I did introduce myself. I don't know. It's fine. No,
It's fine.
That's George. That's George, everybody.
I think I introduced myself, but not my character. But like, it's fine. Nobody watches this shit anyway.
We're just playing George.
You said Atlas like 3 times though, so I think put 2 and 2 together.
Okay, so, who wants to remind us what we were up to last time?
It says on the fucking thing what characters we're playing. It's like down here somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
Cyrus turned his back on the light, and then we were like, what we've got to fucking do, because the gods are brains and dicks, and then we learned of Baros's
Dicks
heritage,
figuratively,
and then Alice was
brains
like, "I'm gonna
literally.
Yeah, and Alice was like, I'm gonna go to a library, do some reading and shit, and talk to a god, maybe. And then Atlas had a lot of shenanigans in the library, while we fucked about with an AI and a shuttle, which went relatively well, I think.
Part 1 of 3, probably. Because we've only got a third of the way through.
Eros and Astra had a heart-to-heart about, you know, parents dying and trauma and the events that might happen on Lush. And then, meanwhile, Atlas talked to all the guardians in the library, all the librarians.
I mean, they were really guardians. They were, somebody who was actually a guardian, somebody who got fucked over by the god, and someone who was just straight up stuck in there because they were smart enough to get out again.
Staff members
They got
of
lost.
the library.
Yeah, so Atlas spoke to all of them, talked to the batshit crazy one, and
That's
the
nice.
batshit crazy one was like, here, go pour this blood ink into a mirror and talk to God. So Atlas did that, and then Atlas learned of all of the protocols, A through to E.
Yep.
For some reason, and it turns out we are actually like a repetitive cycle initiative.
Yep,
that
we've done
Saparna
this
has been
before.
working on for eons.
And then she got back. Well, she worked out how to leave. She was like, time to leave. And then she was like, no, I'm a good fucking person. I'm not going to leave this asshole stuck here. So she went. She got Jessa. Was like, shut the fuck up and follow me. We went back. Everyone was so distracted by her bringing on another randomer that she didn't have to tell anyone about anything she found in the library. Everyone was just like, well, onwards. And she was like, yes, good idea.
Does that mean we should change all of our names to name version update 3247.c?
No. But I did say that it's given Harry a great out if he does a TPK. He's like, okay, and back to 5 minutes before the TPK. Everyone change one thing about your character. Let's go.
That or he goes, refresh, you are now back at the original.
To start the whole campaign all over
Yeah.
again.
Restart from
Every
scratch.
single time
You are
we're
now
like,
version
okay,
2, you
this
remember
time-
nothing.
But this time we start at level 2.
This time, we're not doing terrorism. They proceeded to do so much terrorism.
Discord died for a second, but I think we're back.
Yep, you
Yeah,
guys
Discord
jumped away from Calum and are beginning to head towards Lush. You're currently waiting for your astral engine to recharge. And while doing so, you saw this strange, looked like a spinning top structure. And it says Mr. Funko Space Carnivale on it in big glowing font. It looks like as if you took two
Carnivale.
big tops and stuck them to each other, just like rotating, spinning in space.
I don't know if anyone else is getting this vibe. It's probably very specific to me. But you know, Shadow of Israfel, where they go through like the giant evil skull and they're just in the circus. It's very those vibes of like time, like plot shifting. I don't know if anyone else is obsessed with Shadow of Israfel as a teenager.
The closest I can get to that is Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the weird tunnel. Oh, my father is calling me. I will be back.
Don't do it,
Not
Cyrus.
Lawford,
He's
the
a dick.
Father.
I'm sure it wasn't his parents that meant to ring every D&D session.
Yeah,
My
it's
dad's
usually
given up because I
George's.
never pick up anymore.
I'm just waiting to see if Mary disappears, if it's a repeat of last.
Yeah.
last
Where they're
time.
like, we'll be back in 5 minutes, and then they didn't come back.
I mean, it's
Half
not
an
a
hour
video call. The seriousness is like, yeah. Probably alright. Probably talking about engagement dinners and whatnot. So
Oh, what do you guys want to do? You could just chill out in you're also in the same sector of space where you could go to Barna if you want to go check out those leads. You could go to school, maybe get Atlas's family.
No, Atlas Node going to school.
Okay, I'm just offering up.
She's
what
not
you-
sure she can be chill about the world ending around her family.
Sure. So you could go to Ogla to go to Barna, or you could just chill out in deep space, or you could check out this strange space carnival.
Carnivale. Volgir will approach Beros. I see opportunity. There may be gambling.
That is true. That is true. You know, plenty of gambling.
And there may be plenty of biscuits.
Theros.
What?
You kind of sound like John for a minute.
Well, a little bit. Oh, yeah. Tired. I mean, I could go for some gambling.
Oh, and biscuits.
I could always go for the biscuits.
I mean, they probably serve fancy biscuits, like deep fried or something.
Volgir, if you simply just enjoy the carnival and wish to go, I will win you a large plushie at the ring toss or the duck hooking. Volgir has forgotten me, Jessa of the Fifth Tongue. The Owlin Scholar you picked up literally last session.
Yeah, I
It
know.
was only 7 days ago in real life.
It actually
brain-
wasn't
my
even
brain
7 days
couldn't-
ago, right?
It was.
Wasn't last D&D more recent?
Thursday, so.
No,
Oh yeah.
last Thursday. No, my brain for a second there couldn't work out which accent was which in my head, because it's
Yeah,
been that long since I've heard a Dragon. I was like,
Dragon sounds, he's a bit posh.
yeah.
A dragon is
Sunshine's like here, hey, how's it going, Sunshine? And then Days is like up in the upper octaves.
I don't know if I can confuse it with days.
Everyone knows what it sounds like.
Kicker, sir. I would offer to try and win you something to use, but I have no hand-eye coordination, and that's not happening.
If they've got one of those shooting games, I bet I can win you something.
Fair. Maybe I'll just buy popcorn or a big bucket of it or something.
Oh, we get candy floss.
Is cotton candy floss not a bit too soon? No.
What do you mean?
Cottontail? I don't know. No.
It's
Never mind.
sponge sugar. Are you saying you are worried about eating things that look like my tail?
No, because the
No,
cottontail
just get the
exploded
name.
into a ball of fire, remember?
But the cottontail was named after my tail. I still have my tail.
I just got that.
It's not like cotton candy tail. Floss. If it is, then I don't want it. To make that clear, if it's made of,
Okay.
if it's not vegan, I'll have to ask.
Yeah. It's hard to tell with those things.
Sure, let's
Right.
let's go to the carnival and pretend we didn't just
Well,
find out
yeah,
horrific
we're
things
gonna
about
make
the
more
future,
problems
past,
for
and
it.
present.
Yeah.
Well, we've got nothing else better to do.
Okay. You steer the chimera in the direction of this large big top. There is some external ship parking, which kind of like juts out these little like jetties. And there's a few other tabs here all parked up, so there is actually a little bit of a hubbub. People could come from, somewhat far and wide to, at least from this local area to be here. You kind of see people like getting out of the ships. A lot of like halflings, gnomes, kind of like trotting around in like their Tev suits. You probably see the odd Aarakocra or Island, maybe even the Kenku now and again, just due to the location where you guys are at. And you see these big, like open, like big top style, like almost as if the canvas had been parted, but there's a shimmering like shield there that obviously is keeping the atmosphere inside. You see just to the left of that as well, there's a big like structure that kind of juts out and it says tickets like all across it in big big text. You see multiple ticket booths in there, and you see people like working inside, and people to be doing there, getting their tickets and heading inside.
Right. Do we all want to go?
Down.
Right. Let's do the
I'll buy the
easy thing.
tickets.
Everyone raise their hand that they want to go to the if they want to go to the circus.
Deez puts her hand up. Sunshine puts her hand up. Jessa stares at Volgear.
I'll put my hand up.
Jessa puts her hand up. Durov is like, I mean, I wouldn't mind getting away from the ship for a little bit, stretch my legs. I don't want to be on my own. Can I come?
I will put my hand up and sidestep a step away from. Just sidestep.
You can run, you
Looks
can't
like,
hide.
Looks like the entire crew's coming.
I think so.
Yep.
Chimera day out, let's go.
Yep, so everyone piles out, Dragon
I
included.
mean, as well with Atlas wearing the star mark, it's quite literally the entire crew, God included.
I will also pay for everyone.
No.
Sure, it's not crazy expensive. It's probably a gold a head. So that would be about. So for the five of you, Days, Sunshine, Jessa, a Dragon wouldn't be charged. Fizz and Durov, just call it 1,000 shits all in all.
They're just there like, is that a service strike? It's like, yes.
Whenever you approach the ticket booth, Volgear, you see standing behind the little like glass.
It's your wife.
No,
Here's the trauma, bitch.
you see a individual.
She works at the circus now.
They look almost human in a way. However, their skin is ghostly white, and they have this like large, like, painted smile on their face, a big red nose, big wide eyes, fluffy rainbow hair, and like their outfit is all patchwork and colorful. And you see they all kind of are dressed in similar kind of styles and phrases. Oh, well, hello there! Welcome to Mr. Funko Space Carnival. Tickets for 10?
Yes.
That'll be
Please.
1,000 chits, please. You'd either pay contactless on the terminal out there, or we also accept gold.
I will tap against the terminal.
Thank you very much, sir. Here are your tickets. They print out 10 tickets for you. Slide them over. Have a lovely time.
I like that us as players know that cannibalistic space clowns exist in this world. And we still went, yeah, fuck it, we'll go to the carnival.
And see, I was in the dark until somewhere towards the end of our
Fuck
session.
it, I'll go to the carnival. What's the worst that's gonna happen? I get eaten by cannibalistic space clowns.
I just got Sam Winchester in my head right now. Sounds cool.
Okay. Stepping inside the main tent.
Atlas looks around and is like, I wonder if there's like a lion who jumps through hoops of fire I could liberate.
You see that there are several areas of possible interest. There is the Big Top Arena, and it says that the next show looks to be on in about 30 minutes' time, based on the signs. There's the Hall of Mirrors. There is the Cosmic Midway, which looking in there, you see lots of booths and stalls offering like games of chance, skill, and even some food vendors and things like that. There is the Tent of Whispering Wonders, which you can kind of see over there, and you see what looks to be something like crystal ball kind of iconography at the side of it, like, you know, like you have like an ankh, like lots of strange symbols. The Zero G Fun House, and the Escape Sentient Pie.
I mean, we've got like 30 minutes to the show, so maybe just a couple of games of chance while we wait around.
You guys
Works
go
for me.
ahead. I'm gonna go check out that fortune teller. I think it will be funny. You know, I feel like we
like it.
probably
I
know
like
more
it.
than them.
After our experience, okay.
Atlas is going to go to the
Actually,
fortune teller.
That sounds pretty fun. I want to get my fortune read.
Where else
I
going
want to see
to?
if me and Cyrus ending up on a farm together is true.
Can you imagine if the fortune teller just looked us in the eyes and was like, this cycle has repeated 3,000 times before? Just tell us the entire history of the Illith of the Slot, and we're like, do we get married though?
Win me like a fluffy toy.
Okay. I will go find. I'm gonna go hunting for some games to play.
Sure.
Sure, we'll like do like a turn look and like go to the fortune teller. Assuming Dace is probably following.
Yep. So we've got, just so I have everything logged, who's doing what exactly? So I've got Atlas and Barros fortune teller. Anyone else fortune teller?
I think Mary said she was.
Astra,
Yeah.
Dace are going as well then.
And
Correct me if I'm wrong with.
Volgear.
I'm going to games.
So Volgear's going to the games.
So Jess is going to the games.
Jess is going to the
Yeah.
games.
imagine Volgear dragged Cyrus along, like.
Yeah, I'd like if
He's
I
like,
start walking,
I will go alone to
Gomos,
do
I
some
will just
games.
drag.
Sees Jess is like, I will go with Cyrus to do some games.
Links arms with Cyrus.
Sunshine
He's like, who's the most mood killer person here?
Sunshine and Fizz will go with, as will probably Durov, because that little fortune telling tent looks kind of small.
Also, who needs to get their future told when you're fucking living in it?
True. Okay. Okay, let's do the fortune teller first. So Atlas, Beros, Astra, and Diaz, you guys go out and just kind of like wind your way down. You see there's lots of these like clowns walking around, and you can hear them coming before you see them because they squeak when they walk. Their shoes like as you kind of like move along. They kind of get little squeaky noises.
These humans sure are funny looking, huh?
Whatever do you mean? One of them kind of says, like walking by you, like head turning, like almost like all the way back as they walk past.
It's not that startling to an owl.
Huh.
They're really committed to the bit of these clowns, right?
Maybe they get paid really well.
I would hope so. They kind of creep me out, not gonna lie.
Yeah. Astra like slinks behind Days.
I don't know. Silly hair, big noses. I feel like this is what most humanoids look like to me.
Well, it's fair. We do have big noses.
And big hair.
You guys head up to the tent of Whispering
Tiny
Wonders.
little eyes.
You
I don't know how Astra notices things so much with such little eyes.
The storms tell me.
you see through storms?
No.
Okay. I was gonna say, our eyes aren't that small.
They're pretty little. I mean, not compared to,
Most
you know,
eyes are
average
like
humanoids,
compared to-
they're fine, but, you know, compared to what I'm used to, pretty tiny. Just
Yeah.
saying, your eyes only take up, like, what, like 10% of your face? That's weird.
Okay, you guys go into the tent. As you approach it, you see this little small tent, little symbols at the front, and you see it kind of like says the Tent of Whispering Wonders, like get your fortune told, things like that across it. I believe actually back at the first session there was a fortune telling tent as well.
Fortunes told for just 1 gold. And then underneath it had the chits like transactional amount, because that didn't rhyme as well.
But
You
yeah,
can't have your fortune told for like, I can't remember how many chits to a gold, like 100?
Yeah. 100.
Fortunes told for just 100 chits does not rhyme.
no. But yeah, you see the little tent. You can pull up aside the little draw aside the entrance and move inside if you so wish.
Yeah.
Okay. You step inside. The smell of burning incense immediately kind of like fills your nose.
My lungs.
Yes, the smell of burning incense kind of like fills your nose. And as you kind of like, you know, pause, like take stock for a moment, you kind of like see sat across from you in this table. There's lots like, you know, silks and stuff all hung on the walls, you know, like the room is dark and dimly lit. There's a few candles burning. A crystal ball sits in the middle of a table, as there's a deck of cards. And yeah, you see that there is an individual sat on the opposite side of the actual deck itself, like at the table itself, and there's a few little like, cushions you can pull up if you so wish to be next to them. Please come in and sit you all down.
Sorry.
It's all good. So, Cyrus, you've gone off to play some games of Volgear, Sunshine, Jazza Fizz, and Durlf, so you're not here. at the moment.
European wingman / protection.
You're not really being
wingman /
wingman so much as like, what's the opposite of a
I
wingman?
dragged you along.
I'm the ugly friend that you don't want to get with, so you get with the slightly better looking one.
No, you're not.
No,
He's
you're
actively hoping that you will draw him and Jessa apart. So you are the opposite of a wingman.
You are placed between us, probably.
Yeah, what's the opposite of a-
third wheel?
You're
What's the opposite of a beard?
you're a very wanted cock block.
What
Yeah.
what is a gay man's version of a beard for women to stay away from him?
Well,
I don't know.
What?
So a gay
No, he's
man will have
not.
a
He's
woman
not pretending that
hangs-
you're a couple. He's just hoping you'll kill the mood.
I can do
I'm
that.
using him as a person
You're-
that's in the middle.
You're a
of
cock
I
block,
am a
but
meat
like
shield.
you're a cock block, but like in a wanted way, you know.
I prefer the term meat shield. Thank you very much.
You're like a cock block.
Okay. On that note, Atlas, Beros, Ash, and Diaz, you all shuffle in, take a little seat on little cushions. With image across from you, now you look at her. She is wearing this like purple hooded cloak, and you see she has these big like golden like hoop earrings, like lots of jewelry on her fingers, like lots of rings. Her long like white grey hair kind of tumbles out from under the hood into like these like a locks that kind of fall about her shoulders. She's got a long hooked nose. She's wrinkles all over. She must be ancient, but she's clearly human. Unlike the clowns you kind of see out there who are all done up, she has a almost like quite a tanned skin, but very obviously tanned compared to the white peel skin of the clowns that are all wandering around. Yes, come in, come in.
Can
Have
I
a
roll
seat.
stealth to try and sneakily message this woman,
Sure.
like with the spell?
Mhm.
25.
Yeah, you cast message. I don't think any of your party realize.
I will just tell her, I will pay you double your going rate if you tell that satyr that he's going to end up living on a farm with a handsome, devilish man.
Replies back, we shall see what the cards and ball say.
Barros is just looking at some candles.
Yeah.
This tent always reminds me of my Aunt Brenda. She was a fortune teller. Unfortunately, she got hit by a tree. She never saw it coming.
I'd say that's one big tea leaf.
She got hit by a T.
Just a giant letter T landed on her.
There's like a big sign. It's like
I mean,
like an IKEA letter like falls off, like a Tesco's. Like
his dad is a wood carver. Maybe he was carving some big letters and was just like, "Sister, look out!" Thunk. I once had a dream that someone was stealing all the letter A's from the IKEA signs, you know, like the big IKEA signs, and they were only stealing the A's, but every time it was reported on in the news, they were like, the thief, and then every time he stole another A, they were like, the thief. Like, that was the entire dream, and I woke up and was like, that is a hilarious bit that I could not think of if I was awake. And now every time I go to IKEA, my brain's just like, the thief.
okay.
That was a tangent, but yeah.
The fortune teller looks at you all. Now, what is it that Madame Deva can do for you? You wish to have your cards read, your palm? Would you like me to scry into my crystal ball and see what I see?
As long as it's, you know, vaguely mystical bullshit, I feel like we're happy with whatever.
Very well. For this to work, I need you to think of a question. Maybe a course of action you are planning on taking in the future. She picks up the deck of cards. This will help guide us to where you are set to go, and what may be in the way, and what you can do to overcome it.
Malicious laughter there.
From another 5 tenths away, yeah.
I just love the idea that she's gonna stare in the crystal ball, come and be like, what the fuck?
Okay, so I ask a question and you answer it, yes?
In a way, yes. I will draw some cards and they will reveal us the answers.
Okay. I think I'm going to ask the lady what that fucking brain said, because I still have no idea.
Don't worry too much about all of that stuff, you know? It's just protocols and bullshit like it.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll ask for a no biscuit recipe. I've been getting bored of my lemon fingers.
You can all do this as a group, or you can do this individually. It's entirely up to yourself. Or even as a pair. I smell there is a bit of affection in the room.
Sorry, that was me.
Oh, you and Day should go together and find out if you have half angel, half rabbit babies.
I can't. That's not.
Yeah, that's not how anything works.
No.
Asher, did anyone teach you the birds and the bees? Or like the owlin and the kenkus or whatever the fuck?
Birds and bees are basically the same thing. Wings, stinger. Many
I'm happy to
legs.
Individual. I feel like my question's probably a bit loaded.
Cyrus is halfway through playing games, but he just feels mildly disturbed and he doesn't know why. He's like halfway through doing one of those like coconut tosses and he's like, ugh.
Birds with many legs.
Many legs. Haven't you seen those birds who carry their babies like under their wings and just looks like they have a fuck ton of legs? It's so creepy.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, hang on. I'll find it. Don't worry.
Yeah. Is anyone looking to get their future read, or
Yeah.
what? Who's going
Parasol,
first?
but-
Or
Let's go first.
Parasol, sit down.
Okay. Perfect. So as soon as you sit down, Beryl, she immediately looks at you, looks you in the eyes. She reaches the deck out across from you, and she asks you to shuffle it. Please shuffle it.
He'll shuffle the deck. Do you want me to roll a sleight of hand?
You can roll sleight of hand, yeah, just to see how well you shuffle it.
23.
3, yeah, pretty impressive. You do a good cut, a good.
Okay, Ryan, look at the chat now. I want to watch you be disturbed by this.
Okay.
No.
They're called the Jesus bird. Which is as far from Jesus as any creature has ever been.
Okay, so Barrows, how this is going to work, she takes the top 5 cards, she puts them in a cross formation, with one in the center, one up, one down, like almost like a compass kind of like style. And she points at the central card in the middle, and she goes to flip it over. I would like you to tell me whether you would like odds or evens.
Cool. Let's go odds.
Odds, cool. She flips over the card. You see it is the 3 of coins, a trader card of this Taraka deck. Ah, the trader. But it is not inverted, as you would expect. This card symbolizes your presence. The trader means commerce. Someone who buys and sells, maybe smuggles or deals in black markets, or can make very fair and equitable trades, but normally always has their own business interests at heart. Does that feel like where you are at the moment?
It is. I am currently in a very profitable partnership with my good friend Volgir. We form Volgir Trading Corporation.
Marvelous. The next
This is where
card.
he's wearing a jumper that says Bowl Gear Trading Co. on his thing, and she's just reading
The
it.
hat with the badge on
Yep.
it.
Mhm.
The next card. And she goes to the left of that one, to the one which, from your reading, almost as if you're reading a book, it would be the one behind it. She goes, this card will reveal your past. Again, I'd like you to choose odds or evens.
Let's do it once again.
Odds again. She turns this one over. You see, in comparison to everyone, the artwork is upside down. This is another coins card. It's a 7 of coins. The 7 of coins. The thief. However, it is inverted. This normally means that before your current standing as a trader, whatever that may be to you, there was a long hope for gain, but under unfortunate circumstances, maybe not the most reputable.
Oh, she's pretty good. I was a pirate. Oh, she's a very good fortune teller.
Perfect. Perfect. So we are definitely reading the right fortune. She
I would hope so.
points to the card on this single horizontal plane. She points to the last card and the third card, and she goes to turn it over. This card will reveal your future. If you do not change your course at all, this will be where you end up. And Barros, would you like odds or evens?
Let's go evens.
Evens. She turns over a card. You see this one is a different symbol, and she goes, the 6 of glyphs, the anarchist, inverted. This means that if you do not change your current course, you will find yourself on a path set for unnecessary destruction and dangerous idealism. A dark future if you do nothing about it. She goes for the card. She goes for the card below everything, so the lowest card. This card will reveal your reason. A subconscious impulse, maybe a barrier preventing you from achieving your true desired result, which will be the final card we turn over. Where else would you like odds or evens?
Let's do odds.
Odds. She turns over the card, and you see it is another glyphs card, the 7 of glyphs. The charlatan. Very good. However, it is inverted. The charlatan, when inverted, means that there is something stopping you. Maybe long-forgotten friends or family. Maybe an ally hidden among your enemies that you will perhaps find a use for if you seek them out. And finally, your possible future if you shift course away from that of destruction, away from that of the anarchist. She goes to turn over the final card, the topmost card. Barros, would you like odds or evens?
Let's do odds.
Odds. She turns over a card, and you see it is another glyphs card. The 5 of glyphs. The druid. The druid card is that of balance of nature. A release.
Me.
A release of emotions. Of that reverence in nature itself. A beautiful transition from that unnecessary destruction and dangerous idealism, no? You must find this long-forgotten friend or family, this ally among your enemies. Get them on your side. You will find balance in nature instead of wanton destruction.
I don't know what you mean, Cyrus.
It's your mom.
Trying to be
She's
cryptic
talking.
here.
She's talking about your mom.
Do you say this
Or
fortune rings true with you?
Somewhat.
Then I will only take
I-
somewhat of a payment. My fortunes are normally 1 gold apiece. I will settle for 5 silver.
Here.
I also take contactless.
Okay.
Not very mystical.
Well, I will pay for everyone else's and a little tip. So here is the
He's trying so hard to math.
10,000 shits.
Every time you say I also take contactless or like you can do contactless, all I can think is the fucking Nessa like the Apple Pay is in my bra. Closer. Closer. Beep.
I feel like as we walked through, Volgir probably looked at Beros and when he paid for the entry, I think we could expense this as a business expense on
Business
this occasion.
expense.
100%. 100%.
It's team
business
building.
expense.
Team building exercise. Company morale boost.
Shore leave. You
Okay.
can you can put shore leave under company expense.
Who would like to go next?
Okay. Dash will like shuffle up nervously, sit down.
Very good, Asama. Now, Madam Deva must ask, do you have any preference in how your fortune is told?
No. Whatever calls out to you, I suppose.
Perfect. If it is for me to choose, I will keep with my favorite. See, she takes the deck, offers it to you to shuffle.
Mm-hmm.
You want to do a sleight of hand check, see how good your shuffle is?
Ooh. Yeah, that's decent for Astra.
You like
37
fumble it a
card
little
pickup.
bit, but like yeah, you make it work.
Astra's just nervous.
And Astra, I also need you to decide whether or not you would like odds or evens on this first roll. She puts the 5 cards down in the same formation.
Evens.
Evens. She turns the middle card over. You see it is a card that you've not yet seen it, and she's like, one of the high deck. This is the broken one. However, it is inverted. Normally, the broken one means defeat, failure, despair, the loss of someone important. However, this does not feel like you presently, no. Hence why the card has chosen to invert itself. This means that right now, you have a missing piece, or maybe you're missing something, which is needed most.
Yeah, I think so. I guess you could say he is missing or off location, I suppose.
Let us see if this is definitely your future we are reading. She goes to the card to the left and turns it over. Would you like odds or evens?
Let's go odd.
Odds. She turns over a card. You see it is the shepherd, and it is the same orientation as the broken one. The 4 of glyphs, the shepherd. Again inverted. This means that in the past you were devoted with followers, maybe leaning on allies for support, being helped, guided.
Yeah. I suppose I still am a little bit, but yeah.
Very good. She draws, she turns the next card over. Would you like odds or evens?
Let's go odds.
Odds. She draws the next card. You see, it is another of the high deck. 2 cards on the high deck in one reading. This is most unusual. And again, inverted. Most unusual indeed. This is the mists, and you see it looks like a graveyard on this card. Normally, the mist means something unexpected or mysterious, which cannot be avoided, the inevitable. However, inverted, it means there is a great quest or journey. Try your spirit. And that is if you do nothing, if you continue on this course. But let us see what happens if you shift this course. Let us see what subconscious impulse, barrier might be preventing you from reaching this alternative fate.
Darn
She
those
goes-
circus dogs.
She goes to turn over the card.
Evens.
She turns over the next card. It is once again inverted. For clarity, whenever I'm asking you odds or evens, I'm saying if you match it, it's normal, and you don't match it, it's not, and I'm rolling a d4. And it literally every single time it is coming up inverted. Because that's more random than just rolling a dice. It's like you pick, and then that determines the fate. Okay, cool. You see she draws, and she goes, another half the high deck. 3 in one reading. You must have some draw over the fate of this world. This is the beast. Normally, it would mean great rage or passion, something bestial or malevolent hiding in plain sight or lurking just below the surface. However, inverted as it is here, it means that you have a steadying influence, a need to quell some anger or hatred, maybe of someone around you.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like she looks like everyone in the room, as well as just thinking Cyrus in her head.
And then finally, if you overcome that individual, help them, or get them to help you, your possible future. She goes to turn over the final card. Would you like odds or evens?
Odds.
The first card that is not inverted. She turns over the monk. The first of the glyph cards, the monk. Luckily, this one is not inverted. The monk inverted means it is someone ruled by their emotion, overconfidence, rejecting others' ideas for your own. It will be a future I would advise you stay away from. But the correct way up, as it is now, it means serenity, inner strength, self-reliance, supreme confidence bereft of any arrogance. A good future, if you can find this one or thing that is stopping you, or helping you along the way.
Yeah, okay. I'll take that. Yeah, pretty
Perfect.
much hit every nail on the head, I think. Yeah.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Asher goes sits in his chair and just like, thanks.
Yep.
Very silently.
And the other two of you?
You can go ahead, Days.
Sure, I'll go. Yeah, cards look fun. We'll do the cards. And Days will have her fortune read by the cards. See, they look at these and they say, let us see if we can find your fortune. This is your present. And she turns over a card. I'm going to roll 2 dice. They don't match. Cool. Turns over. She turns over the 6 of Swords, the Berserker card, and it is inverted. And she says, this means that you are, at the moment, at somewhat peace, the calm after a storm, perhaps. He's like, looks at Ash and was like, kind of, sure.
After the storm.
And let us see, it's definitely your future we are telling. They, turn over the next card. See if they are inverted or not. They are inverted. The 3 of Stars, the Enchanter. Previously, you had distant hope, maybe a light at the end of the tunnel, silver linings in your life. You were going somewhere that you thought maybe was the way, but now see, maybe it was not the final destination. Or maybe not exactly what you wanted it to be in the first place. I've definitely taken a turn from where I expected to be a year ago. If you asked me my 5-year plan back then, sure. Let us see where you're headed if you do not alter that course then. I turn over the next card. It is not inverted. She turns over the 8 of coins, the tax collector. Corruption. Normally in a government or organization. Someone of your heritage, maybe you take up a residence in the amalgamate. Maybe you raise taxes or set laws in place. But corruption will follow you. That is what you aim for now if you do not change. Well, I don't really want that. Well, let's see what is blocking you. Turns over another card. The rogue. Check if it's inverted or not.
Barros, why did you do that?
I didn't know.
You see it's one of the high deck. And it is inverted. This means that you need to find this... Try to put up walls. Have detachment from the material and personal is indifference. That is what's stopping you from achieving this final potential future. They turn over the final card. It is inverted. But you recognize this card because you've seen it drawn before. The Druid.
Me again.
Inverted the Druid. If you do break down those walls of yours, you may find yourself tormented by insanity. But perhaps it is best to beat them up.
Tax collector or insanity? Pick one.
Yeah, this sounds bleak as fuck, I'm not gonna lie. Unfortunately, the cards only tell the possible futures. They're not always happy. Your life must be a difficult one. You could say that, sure.
I think you did it wrong, Days.
I don't know if... Some things made sense, and then it kind of got a little skewy in the middle. And you, Arlen? Have you any preference on your fortune?
Give me the cards. Everyone else has got them.
Cards again. She shuffles them, passes you to shuffle.
I think she's fed up with the cards.
Likes
They're
the
her
cards.
favorite.
Yeah, they are. You slide the cards back.
I'm worried that if I choose like Crystal Ball, she'll just stare into it for a while and then be like, you die.
She wouldn't be wrong.
You don't know that. I might be immortal. Immortal until proven mortal.
Okay. Let's get the odds and evens picked out of the way straight away. So do me a favor, call them out kind of one at a time. So we're gonna do 5 times. So
Even. Odd. Even.
all inverted with the exception of the last one. She draws the flip to the first card. You see the 7 of stars, the illusionist, inverted. The illusionist normally means lies and deceit, conspiracies, a saboteur in your midst. But inverted, it means that right now you are finally seeing things for what they are, realizing that something or someone is false.
You have no idea.
Let us check that we're on the right path. She flips over the next card. One at the high deck.
And wait until she gets traumatized by this reading.
Flips
Not
over
Atlas, the card reader.
Maybe. She flips over the
Flips over, she's like, I don't remember there being a chimera in my card set.
She flips over the second card, the card of your past, and it is the beast. And she says, once again inverted. Normally meaning that there is a steadying influence in your past, a need to quell anger or hatred. Maybe that of yourself or one of your friends or family.
I guess.
Let us see what your future lies if you do not alter your course. She turns over the next card again. inverted. The Elementalist. Inverted is very powerful. Mastery over nature, bountiful harvests. These will come to you as long as you do not change your future. Sounds pretty good. Let's make sure you don't accidentally, for your reason, maybe that subconscious impulse, a barrier, will stop you from reaching this other future, to ensure you do not accidentally stir away, or maybe the other future may be better. Once again, it is static. Once again, it is inverted. She pulls over, flips over the card below. The Myrmidon, the Five of Swords. If you... This is what you have here. Static situations, a lack of change from what you are currently doing. If you break away and break the mold too much, this new future may be before you. She turns over the final card and it is not inverted.
I'm so good at breaking the mold.
And it is not inverted.
You know, I will let you out to pee in 1 second. I'm getting my fortune told.
If you alter your course, you will find yourself following that of the miser, the Three of Coins. This is that of hoarded wealth. Normally someone irreversibly unhappy.
But rich.
But rich. Money cannot always buy happiness, but it can buy fortunes.
Can help you go to the
I
shop.
can hear someone that's irreversibly unhappy.
Well, unless there are anyone among you who would wish to have any couples or group interpretations, I think we have learned all we can learn. Okay, we shift over.
I will. Oh,
Go. Yeah, go. If you're doing something, I thought you were just wrapping up. Everyone kind of paused. So
Yeah, I'll nudge her. Have a look down at the hollow strap, and there'll be free stock market options.
yeah,
And I'll nudge transfer another 10,000 chits.
okay. She takes out a pair of dice. She rolls them. She points to the third option.
Okay.
I wish you luck. It may fall, but it will rise again.
Okay. And I'll write a little message. Volgir, we've got to wait until something really, really crashes in the stock market, then invest everything into it.
Okay.
And then I'll walk out.
You know, we're going from trading to stock investing now. More
Apparently.
spreadsheets.
Apparently so. I didn't even establish that there's a stock market in this world. Barrows did. As you walk down the cosmic midway, Volgir, Cyrus, Sunshine, Fizz, Durl, Van Jessa. You see all of these stalls are all manned by these lovely little clown fellows.
Every time Jessa tries to move, Volgir will switch Cyrus to the other side, just like keeping.
You can
Cyrus
run, but you cannot hide from me, Volgir.
Why don't you just put me and Sunshine on either side of you so that there's a constant barrier? Put Fizz behind.
Upon saying that, I will grab Sunshine and just like.
Yep. Oh, hello. How's it going? You all good?
Yep.
All right, cool. I'm glad we got that shit sorted.
Cool.
It's weird seeing Durov outside the ship.
Hmm.
I don't think you can
I
leave
don't
it.
think I've actually seen Derv much inside the ship.
That's because I'm normally working. You'd be surprised how
That
much
makes
of that
sense.
ship needs maintenance, you know.
I was one manning it for a long time, okay? Some things I had to put on the less priority list.
Hey, no, it's all good. Anything here kind of sticking out to your fancy? And you look around. If you're looking for food, there's a couple of food stalls. If you're looking for games, there's a couple of game stalls. Do you looking
Probably
for?
gonna go to the games.
Okay.
Game.
there is the first game you see is the ring toss of shifting dimensions. You see a couple of our Coke right now are playing it. They're like throwing these shimmering rings of energy onto these like little targets that flicker in and out, like appearing and disappearing. They look like mini black holes, and they're like throw the rings in the black holes before they close and disappear. There's a space clown there, like, come on, you could do better than that, kiddo. You gotta be quicker than that. Quick, before the holes all close. You see another one. There is, it is Guess the Gibbering Orb. And you see that people are just staring at this, like, swirling multi-hued orb that emits a constant stream. Just like, and then whenever we find a way to divide by the quantum 0545, you will know your true path. And you see people are seeing, and each one is like, is it the meaning of life? Oh, so close, friend. No, that's not telling you the meaning of life. You can have another guess for another gold if you like. The Gravity Well beanbag toss. It is a beanbag toss. However, as you throw it, there's a very fluctuating artificial gravity, and it has like shifts and moves unpredictably. So like there's no skill kind of goes out the window. There is Whack-a-Grockle. There's like several holes in a like brightly colored, looking surface, and these strange rubbery creatures pop up randomly, and there's a person like with a mallet like smacking them, trying to like hit them before they disappear. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the games.
I don't think I want my brain to hurt today, so should we stick to the simplistic ones that like the ring toss over there and the
I want to have a go at the beanbags.
Yeah, and the beanbags.
Sure. So Cyrus gonna go to the beanbags.
Yeah.
Righty.
Follow for the moment.
Sure. Jessa and FaZe will come with you. Sunshine is gonna go towards the Whack-a-Grockle, as is Duroth.
Oh, good, because I think if he looked at that orb too long, he'd just die.
I'm avoiding that orb. Yeah.
He might be the only person that might guess it right.
Yeah.
It's like the fucking inconsequential horrors can't harm you if you can't comprehend them. Just like me staring at Cthulhu. I don't get it.
But why?
Oh, he's like a big squid guy, I guess. I don't know.
Just final boss battle, someone just going, but what? And Cthulhu stood there going, explaining word by word, letter by letter, what is going to happen. But why?
Cthulhu versus a 2-year-old who just learned what Y means.
Step right up. If you want to go on the Gravity Well beanbag toss, it's 100 shits per play.
What do we win?
Well, there's many things to win, my friend. You could win this giant, plushy chimera if you get the top score of 10. There is also this plastic ray gun here. This is the second prize, with a score of 8 or higher. There is, make sure I'm just writing these down. Chimera plushie. 10, ray gun, 8. 6,
They're just popping into
4,
existence
2.
as he describes them behind
Yes,
him.
he breaks the fourth wall. He just reaches out like, sorry, let me just write this down. He writes down the rules on a book that disappears. And he hands the book back to like a strange pale hand that comes through the void. Marvelous. There is also up for grabs a hollow strap charm. It looks like a little clown face. That's 6 points. There is a balloon for 4 points, and there is a piranha in a bag for 2 points, and you must take the piranha in the bag if you get 2 points.
I want the piranha in a bag.
I could live with
And
that.
you see
pet,
there is just like behind him a like literal laundry basket full of like goldfish like in a bag style, but they're just piranhas.
Are they like prehistoric piranhas, or are we talking like...
They're like the
modern
big
day?
modern day like piranhas.
That's not that
Okay.
big. Depending
No,
on the
I thought
piranha.
if you-
I like that.
Prehistoric, we're like big,
No, it's literally like the carnival goldfish in a bag trope, but it's a piranha.
We're talking like golf
100 chits to
ball,
go,
tennis
huh?
ball.
100 chits to go. You get 3 bags, and you must get it as many points as possible. And you see there is very like a normal beanbag toss. There is like a hole in the middle, which is worth 5 points. There are 2 holes up to the left and right, top corners, which are worth 3 points. The big ring is worth like there's one ring is worth like 1 point, and there's another one which is worth like 2 points across the whole thing. So basically, it's a varying DC to see which one you get it in.
Fuck it, I'll have a go.
Sure. Okay, this is unfortunately, Cyrus, is probably more. Usually, it is like probably more of a dexterity-based thing, because there's also a timing element of these gravity valves, which can like suddenly reverse. So it is like kind of if you want to make an
We need to
acrobatic
find
check.
Cyrus one of those like things you hit as hard as possible to make the bell ring.
Well, see, Cyrus was thinking
yeah.
because of the gravity wells, he was going to throw it as hard as he
Okay,
could.
if you want to try to overcome gravity, I'll let you do athletics if you want.
Sweet. Nine.
Cyrus, you rear back all your might and you pelt this fucking thing as hard as you can, and as soon as it flies forward, the first gravity well suddenly inverts, but it inverts towards you, and the beam comes flying. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Beanbag to the face.
You dodge it the way. He goes over your shoulder. The space clown grabs it. Nope, no re-throws. Once it's gone, she's gone.
Damn.
No points in the first throw. You got 2 more.
Okay, I'm gonna try and anticipate it this time. I'm gonna go for acrobatics.
Sure.
Better,
14.
14.
You throw it tiny little better, and it kind of like bobs and weaves through the gravity, like not inverting it all back to you all the way. It nearly goes in one of the 3-pointers, but it falls down and rolls into the 2-pointer, almost like a skee ball kind of style.
Okay, third through.
Yep, third metal float.
8.
You throw it, it soars forward, and it like just lands in the number 1 point. 3 points! Piranha in the bag's all yours, friend! And he just throws it at you.
Catch it.
I'll go next.
Be sure to feed it twice a day.
Sure.
Full gear.
I'll go next.
Yep, 100 hits. 3 throws on the beanbag toss.
Shit. Right. What throw am I? Is it anything that's dex?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics, yeah.
Have I got better acrobatics than you?
What's your acrobatics?
+6.
Yeah, you got better than me. My athletics is +8.
My athletics is +7.
Can I use strength again?
Yeah, you can use strength to brute force it.
Yeah, I've got the same. It's weird. I've got a +4 to dex and a +4 to strength.
The strength is like slightly less accurate. It's, you know, but the 26 is still fucking good. Even with the -5 for using strength over dexterity, it's still a 21, which still puts you in the highest threshold. You throw it right down the middle, it soars all the way down. That would be a bullseye, friend, as it goes clean into the 5 hole.
You're halfway
5
there.
points.
Do it again.
No piranha, and you might take away this lovely balloon. You rear back, you hurl it this time. That is going to be an 18 with the -5. It goes into number 3 hole. 8 points. The plastic ray gun could be yours if you don't manage to get it in anything higher than a 2. Oh, everything is to play for right now, it seems.
I'm gonna switch back to dex on the final one.
Sure. 16. 16 will get it in one of the 3 holes. He goes, well, congratulations. The giant chimera plushie is all yours. And he takes it down from the top shelf and he hands it to you. and it's like
How
it's
big
like
is this bigger than Volga?
it's like as big as a gnome, like probably like it's like a gnome size. I mean, actually, for comic effect, roll me a D20, Bulgir.
It's a chimera-sized chimera plushie.
Nat 1.
Okay. Yeah, I think for that one, it is the exact same size and dimensions of Tewa was. It is like unyieldingly large. Like every time you turn around, like the head's like really take someone out. Like fucking like Durl gets knocked over at one point by it. Like very much the comedy like ladder skit.
I think we're gonna have to bring this right back to the ship.
Yeah. I think
Everybody
we might.
grab a leg or head.
To me. To me.
Wait. Oh no, it only worked for 1 minute. How long does it take to get back to the ship?
If you ran, you could probably get there in a couple minutes. Like 1 minute maybe. If you really fucking belted.
I will go. Get ready. I will use reduce on it.
Okay. You shrink it to half its size, and you fucking all run. So it's a medium-sized object. You guys, lucky it's very light. It's made of fucking foam and fluff in there. And you all rush it back to the Chimera safely, and you put it in. Probably as you guys are coming back from the Chimera to dropping it off, the other ones are coming back from the tent, and you all kind of meet in the main central area. Looks like the main show is about to begin.
I will say, when we put it in, Volga will turn it so it faces the down ramp for when people return.
Sure.
Cyrus puts his piranha in the sink.
Yep. Cool.
It's still in the bag.
Okay.
It's still in the bag in the
Cyrus,
sink.
Do we
Cyrus,
have one
do
of
you
those,
think maybe
like,
we should plug it in,
American-style
plug the sink just in
garbage
case it
disposal?
bursts?
I mean, I'm not sure if the piranha would fit down the.
Yeah, but
Should you
pipe.
fill the sink?
But if the
around
water,
bag?
if the water, Tyrus, if the water goes down the drain,
yeah,
he'll die.
right, yeah, that would make sense. Plugs the sink, fills it.
Yep.
Bag floating on top.
Yeah. You're like doing the thing. You're getting the ambient temperature right, so it's not a shock to the piranha.
Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Style. Like,
Fishy!
bag.
Fishy, wake up!
No, but it's like the scene where they escape. They're just the bags floating in the
Floating
ocean.
on the ocean.
Yep.
It's just...
Alrighty. You all should head back in to find the rest of your group, and you kind of see the main show is about to start. You kind of hear like what the calls like, "Everybody get ready! It's about to begin! Come take your seats in the main arena."
Who's ready
Can
to
you
eat
try and work out
alive?
what Juno wants? Because I have no fucking.
Sure thing. We'll be right back.
I also-
And we're back. Alrighty. So our group are all gathering up at the front entrance, getting ready to potentially see the main event if they so wish, or they could leave with their winnings, or there's more games to play.
Want to go check out the big top? I don't want to know what these clowns are gonna do.
Do we?
Okay. You win.
Sunshine fair with his game.
Sign out.
He comes back with a second giant chimera.
Those things are pretty fast, but I got a good few down. I got these, and he pulls out a little like a headband with bunny ears on it.
That's cultural appropriation, Sunshine.
Whoa, only I can say that's
appropriation.
cultural appropriation. It's not your culture.
I think you can still call out cultural appropriation if it's not your culture.
I don't think it's culture. I think it's racial appropriation.
Their ears, man. Like, if that... I was gonna say if it was human ears on there or something, that would be honestly weirder.
A little weird, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess I'm a bunny Leonin now. Unless someone else wants to be a bunny. Cyrus.
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Bulgir.
Sunshine.
Will be a bunny.
No, I'm good.
Astra.
No, I'm good, thanks.
You said that.
Actually, I've got an idea. Can I borrow them for a second?
Yeah, of course.
Put some on a dragon.
It's like the cat when they're like plot. I appear to have soft things on my flesh. Can't see them. I know they're behind me. Where are? Where? Fuck off! You sons of! It's like you can't see. He's backing up, trying to get them in his vision, but he just can't see them. Confound my forward-facing eyes! But yeah, you guys go into the main tent, final seat. Eventually, the lights begin to dim. The discordant carnival music swells into this like bizarre crescendo. See if I have something more appropriate. Go. But yeah, the music swells up into this big crescendo. The lights dim. The swirling nebula kind of suspended in the tent. Like these lights start like going. All these like gobos are spinning around. There's lots of different colors. And you see a spotlight focuses in the center of the ring. And you see a little small plinth. And standing on top of it is a short goblin. Face painted like a clown, white, with lots of like accentuated features, big eyebrows, big nose, all painted and all colorful things. He kind of like strides into the spotlight. His grin is like wide, like all the way a bit too wide maybe, and his eyes sparkle with unnerving amusement. As he approaches, he pulls out a large cane from his coat that is twice his height and should never have fit in his coat to begin with. He uses it to like spin around on the center podium, sticking it in like a pole. Welcome, everybody. It is me, Mr. Funko myself. Welcome to my Carnivale. We have a wonderful mix of strange and curious acts for you all this lovely fine day. I hope that you're all ready for something quite amusing. Let's see what we can find and do here at the carnival. First up, The acrobatic anomalies. He claps his hands, the spotlight disappears, and 2 different spotlights light up on this like trapeze above. And you see 2 more of these clowns who have very long, almost like disfigured individuals begin performing these like breathtaking feats on trapeze. One of them swings through the air. They like let go, and you see gravity shift momentarily to like spin around for catching the other trapeze and things like that. It's pretty fucking cool to watch. Very much making use of like the multi-dimensional assets that they have here. Eventually, they finish their routine as one of them falls into a small miniature wormhole to never to be seen again. The next act,
happens.
Mr. Funko comes on a little bit hurried on, like, don't worry, totally part of the plan. We'll have to fish them out from that dimension at some point. But now, the taming of the tentacled horror. Are any of you in the crowd good with animals?
Cyrus elbows Atlas.
You there!
Felgear's grabbed the other hand and put it in the air for her as well, so she's got both hands in
You
the air.
there, bird with 2 hands in the air, come on down.
Alice stands up, she's like, in retrospect, this might not have been a great idea, but still goes.
Now, we have under this lovely, and he gestures this big, like tarp, like draped over some kind of box, maybe. He goes, under this lovely velvet here, we have the tentacled horror itself. It is not of this world. Are you ready to tame it? You may have
No, we're on
a
space
cream
station.
pie, a horn, a small stool, a whip, and a meringue.
Like I have to pick one specifically?
You may swap out later if you wish, but I would recommend you take at least one to begin with.
Sure. Give me that meringue.
Okay, you want a lovely meringue. And you see, he slips aside, he climbs up onto like a little raised platform out of the way, and then he goes, okay, open the cage. And you see from, like, as the tarp is thrown back, these chains are pulled and these, like, gates, like, swing open. You all see huge, like, octopus limbs, like, unfurl. They are, like, iridescent, like, black in color. They almost like oil slick shim like on them, like that weird like thing, multifaceted shim in color. Is it bedtime? It's like slurps out, and you see this creature begin to pull its way out of the cage. Atlas, you see this strange tentacled creature just kind of looks like a big octopus. And stares at you with its big eye.
And I assume.
Yeah. Stares at you with its big eyes, stares at you, and then it begins to move towards you quite rapidly. I would like you to roll initiative. But that means just tell me your dex score.
Girls.
It doesn't have the same emphasis anymore, does it?
And so we enter combat.
Yeah.
Vulgar, we might have made a terrible mistake. What if they let Atlas take it home?
Cool.
There's no space anymore, is there?
Atlas, this thing is moving
that's
very, very
good.
slowly. You have time to act before it does. What would you like to do?
Can I study it and try and work out what, like, anything
Yep.
about, like,
Make a nature
its
check.
body language, or if I think it's even like an animal, or
So if you're trying to discern what it is, it's a nature check. If you're trying to discern like its body language, what it might do, I'd say probably animal handling.
I'll go nature and try and work out what this thing is first. That's a nat 1. I don't know what the fuck this thing is. It's an 8 because I have a +7. But
Octopus?
octopus.
Big
One for
octopus.
every leg.
It's like 20-foot tall octopus.
Like, oh yeah, that's creature.
Is there anything you'd like to do off the back of that?
I mean, I will take a step back and hold my hands up in kind of like a not here to hurt you, buddy.
Okay. Make me a little animal handling
And
check.
I'll
Let's see.
say that to it, just in common, that I'm not gonna hurt it.
Sure. In common, eh? Grand.
I don't know what it speaks, but it's probably not Oran, Celestial, Draconical, Druidic. It's probably like Abyssal or something.
Little animal handling check to see how you can deter it.
24.
24. This creature shuffles out towards you and slops along. You hear people like scream in the crowd. It's like tentacles like slurp and slap, like this like ink like splattering off it. Anyone in the front row getting a little bit like splash damage from the splash zone. It gets very, very close to you, Atlas. Like, looms over you, looking at you. You see this huge big beak as well that it has, and it opens it as it like calls out to you. Hold up your hands. Peace offering. Enough for it to pause. You see it's ready to strike if it thinks it needs to, but you've definitely at least given it reason to hesitate.
I offer it the meringue.
Sure. Offer it the meringue. Make me a little animal handling check with advantage if you're offering a little meringue out. A little peace offering.
15.
15. Yeah, you see it. One of the tentacles slimily over your hand, takes the meringue, and then brings it to the beak. Gone in one. Tiny little meringue. Big old octopus. Continues to stare at you a little longer. Looks around at the loud crowd and noises.
They're kind of a lot, aren't they?
Kind of like looks at you when you speak, but doesn't seem to like have any intelligence behind his eyes to understand what you're saying. You see like a crackle of like lightning, like echoes down one of its tentacles every now and again. Do something! Someone calls from the crowd.
Alice will turn to the goblin and be like, I don't know what you want me to do here.
Normally by this point it's already eaten someone, so we were kind of banking on that, to be honest. You seem to have stopped it. Would anyone else good at taming things? You, the sir who
You
yelled
asked if
out...
I was good at taming things. I'd consider that thing tame.
Well,
Not eating you? That's basically tamed.
fine. Hands for the strange owlin who can apparently speak to octopuses. Alright, you two, put it away. And you see two of the space clowns go up and they pick up the whip and the chair and they begin whipping it, like moving with the chair. It just straight up like grabs one of them, just like, oh, eats the whole thing, lays down one, and the other's like, oh god, it's like, see, normally that's what happens, what the fuck? They eventually wrangle it back in, the chains, and then the cage is like rescinded back into the floor where it came from originally.
Alice returns to her seat, a little confused. I feel like I did that wrong.
I think you were supposed to get eaten.
Yeah, I think you.
Then I
think
feel
you
like I did it
overachieved.
right. They asked if I was good with animals, and I was.
I definitely think you overachieved. At least their expectations wise.
I think failure is the objective here,
Yeah. They want someone to be eaten. It's good entertainment.
apparently.
The next
Well, I
act.
didn't get eaten, so I feel like that's a win in my book.
It's a win in your book, and a win in my book is that you don't get to take it home.
Agreed.
Poor thing.
No.
We are not rescuing it.
I like how we're on the same page here, Bulgar.
The next act,
Not
you
rescuing
see a couple of
it,
clowns
just, like,
come out.
setting it free to run rampage.
That could be funny.
Okay, parent.
next act, you see a couple of clowns come out. They start beginning to pull objects from thin air, like flowers and things like that. Like almost like a close-up magic, but it's very clearly anyone who's got a bit of arcane knowledge behind them sees it very clearly illusions.
I feel like magic acts are less impressive in a world that has magic.
Yeah. They do cast some kind of mass polymorph on the entire front row and turn them into frogs. And then you see they they run around, gather all the frogs in a bucket, and then leave with them. Never to be seen again for the rest of the show.
That's a little worrying. I'm glad we didn't sit in the front.
Next up, you
I'm
see...
starting to think that the laws at this place aren't very well respected.
I think they're gonna feed the frogs to the octopus.
It's all a little sus.
You next up see they open up a key, like a little chest of like in the corner, and a load of like instruments come floating out that seem like float around on their own, playing themselves. A couple of clowns with conductor wands.
To bed.
Yeah, a couple of clowns with conductor wands try to conduct them. However, the instruments seem to be pretty not very receptive to the conduction. And they change tempo without warning, play discordant melodies. Every now and again, like you see at one point a trombone fucking like knocks out one of the clowns, but like hitting him in the face. And the final finale, all performers, people come in, they seem to turn off like this artificial gravity in the center. It is a beautiful whirlwind of just everyone who's kind of come around. Mr. Funko rides through the zero gravity on a giant unicycle made of balloons that he made of like actual like balloon like a style like that he's been tying up for like the last like 2 acts. And the tentacled horror even like now and again like makes a little appearance with like a tentacle coming up through the cracks in the floor before being whipped back down again. There is a sudden disorienting shift back to normal gravity. Everyone who's watching it is just looking around kind of confused. And then suddenly all the performers just rapidly start packing everything. I'm like, okay, everyone get out. Like, get out of here, go, leave us. They start ushering people away, packing things up really, really quickly. Okay, carnival's over, everybody leave. Like, that's it, show's over, folks. You see some people like walking away, but like walking to check their check their thing, like, that's strange. They walk out.
Check my holo strap.
Yeah. You check your holo strap. It looks fine.
Check mine.
Yeah, all looks normal.
It looks fine, given how much I play about with these, or give it.
Yeah, you can make an Arcana
to...
check if you're suspicious.
I will be suspicious. Because.
Dave,
what are we being suspicious of?
If we got scammed.
21.
Anyone? You look at it? Well, it's very obvious. There looked at like at some point, your holo's got pretty good security. Looks like there was some kind of like attempted mass hack. However, your holo shop seems to be unaffected. You can see there's like obvious signs of like attempted brute forcing, but it doesn't seem to have gone through.
I will quickly grab everyone's arms and start checking theirs as well.
Make an Arcana check.
Oh my god.
Just do one generic one because it also have to cover all your crew.
That's a 13.
Okay. Everyone's holo strap is fine, with the exception of Fizz.
Aww.
Oh no.
His antivirus is so out of date.
Fizz, whenever you look at Fizz's holo strap, you see that his although it looks normal, whenever you attempt a transaction, it feels, and when you check again, all of the chits on his holo strap have been siphoned. Oh man, I just got those. Damn it.
Don't worry, buddy. We'll get your software updated and sort that out when we get back to the ship.
I fucking hate carnies.
Look on the bright side. You knew how to be poor before, so now it's no big deal.
What happened to the frog bucket?
What frog bucket?
We don't know. Though there was
I don't
the
think
front
we
row
wanna
got turned
know.
into frogs,
Oh, they just kind of carried it away. Yeah, that's weird.
I don't think we want to know.
I do, but I don't.
I'm telling you, they're feeding it to the squid.
Yeah, probably.
That was an
On
octopus.
that note, should we go
I
back
will
to the...
put money on it.
And on that note, should we head back to the ship?
You could a little check it out. I mean, like, we've got time, right?
There's something, pun unintended, there's something fishy going on.
froggy even.
Something squiddy.
That's a bit of a leap.
Boo.
Captain
I
must
just
have
got it
consented.
because they're frogs and they jump.
Like you, sunshine.
I mean, if we check it out, it will definitely become a whole thing. We
I know.
have to kill some people.
We're already
go
in a
one
whole
place?
thing. And the thing
Could-
we're in already involves fighting frogs, so, you know, we should investigate frog-themed things.
Can we not
No.
go to one place and not have to fight, or
You could also say, "Hey, we're fighting
Investigate.
squid. Let's go and fight the squid as well."
That was an
Sure.
octopus.
it's got tentacles? Same
Tentacle
difference.
horror things.
8 legs, octopus. 6 legs, 2 arms, squid.
Get written to report them or something. I don't know.
Squid don't normally have legs, and the things that we're fighting have legs.
Well, they're like
Pretty sure squid
squid
have
adjacent. Let's just
Are
ask
we
them about
not
the
squid
frog
in it?
bucket. What's the worst that can happen?
I mean, Volgar
Bye.
just proved that they tried to scam us, so I'm pretty sure they're not going to be happy to tell us about Frog
No.
Bucket.
I could turn into a frog and pretend to be an escape
No.
frog and then find out where the
Because then you'll
frogs
get-
go.
And you'll get put in the bucket and fed to squid.
Well, the second I get any
Octopus.
amount of damage as a frog, I turn into a me. Which is also how
or
polymorph works,
if-
so they're all gonna turn
if
into a
you're-
them.
If you're really insistent, we go investigate invisibility.
Might be a better
All of
idea than
us?
frog, I guess.
I can give myself and probably what I can only give myself. Just checking what level it is.
Okay, I turn into a frog. They pick me up in the bucket, they take me somewhere. Volgear is invisible. He follows to make sure I don't get fed to a squid.
Do we care about the frog?
No,
They were
I don't.
people, and they might be getting eaten.
Right.
Right, there were people quite like majority of
Selection?
How
majority of the elven
That's
planet,
not
majority
right.
of that shit, the majority of everywhere else we seem to go to. People die. It's just the way of things.
Right, if we're going to deal with this, why don't we just go ask that fucking goblin rather than creating some elaborate scheme that is going to end up giving me the biggest headache in the world?
You
It's
used to
going to
Barrel's
go
like
wrong.
just-
We're going
Barrel's
to
just
kill
spoke
people.
so much sense. I'm a little scared.
You used to like elaborate schemes, Barros.
You
You've
want to get back for the
changed.
biscuits, don't you?
The last elaborate scheme involved us strapping C4 to a fountain and blowing up a fortress.
I wonder if we just offer to buy the bucket.
I imagine they're just gonna keep frogifying people, right? We gotta take them down.
No,
scare the hell out of
I'm not
Since when did
fighting
you become
a
such a freedom
carnival.
fighter? What happened to run away and live to fight another day?
Just came full circle.
Well, you know, I hung out in a library for a little bit and I became really well educated.
Right, okay. Let's do this to
I found an owl and everything. Jess is still with us, right? She didn't.
I'm right here.
Right, raise your hand.
Wait, what are we voting?
Everyone in favor of killing the clowns and rescuing the people, raise your hands. Everyone in favor of not doing so, and keep them down and look angry.
Have some confidence about it, Astra.
Well, killing if necessary.
At the very least, stealing a bucket of frogs.
And
The question is, what do the NPCs want to do?
Durv, it's like, I think,
Whatever Astra's
yep.
doing.
Well, these things saving the people's a good idea. Sunshine, Sunshine, the whole thing. Sunshine is like, hang on, wait, I thought they were always frogs. I thought they were frogs, they turned in the audience, and they turned them back into frogs at the end, right?
Well, that'd be a very clever trick.
That's what they did.
It will look at days and just say, are you voting to save people because you want to save people, or because Astra wants to save people?
She's a good person.
I'm actually, I'm quite a good person, Volkir. I'd like to rescue people. Is that a
I
crime?
don't think it comes down to being good or bad. I think it's just, do we want to spend time on this? Because this could take a lot longer than we
If it
think.
takes a lot longer.
Right.
We're already
Vulgar,
spending
I thought-
time whizzing around space. Like, we have to stay here anyway. You're just gonna go twiddle your thumbs on the ship until we can jump again?
No, we leave and we sit in space for a little bit. Then I twiddle my thumbs and then we make the next jump.
Right, Vulgar.
I feel like
if
that
it
was
will convince
almost a
you,
slur.
These guys are clearly scamming and hacking people for chits. If we kill them, then you can have the chits that they've scammed, which means that you're going to get a fair whack of money.
I mean, I feel like we've got more chits than we know what to do with anyway.
Also, doesn't that make us just as bad as them for stealing their chits that they stole?
They already stole.
Oh, fuck
you
this.
gonna
I'm
do,
gonna go
give it
ask the
them back?
goblin about the frogs.
Two
and
wrongs do not make a right.
Atlas will go try to find
Yes,
that
they do.
goblin.
Sure. Make an investigation check, Atlas, if you're looking for Mr. Funko himself.
At 20 for a 22.
You kind of go back towards the main tent, the main arena, and you find, after like slipping into the back area, in like a little green room, dressing room kind of style space, there's like a big star on a door that says "Boss" on it.
Guess I knock.
You knock,
I
the
knock.
door opens. You look around inside. It looks like a balloon has opened the door for you with string just floating there.
Thank you.
It turns around.
Is
It
your
has a
boss
Sharpie
in?
face on it. It has a big wide smile, big eyes. Why, of course. What can I do for you, patron?
You're a balloon.
Yes. For now. Would you like me to turn into something more palatable? Oh, hang on, where is it? I must find it here. The balloon floats over to the table, picks up a pin, pops itself. Confetti just like goes off. When you blink your eyes, suddenly there is a small island child looking opposite you. Big eyes, like, hello. Can I help you?
I think I liked the balloon better.
I can turn back into a balloon if I get this needle and stab myself in the eye.
You can't squick me out on that, man. I've already thought about gouging out my own eye on several occasions to use the one in my backpack.
I don't know what that means, but sounds fun. You want help? I'll gouge your eyes out.
No thanks. I'm just wondering what happened to the frogs.
What frogs?
You turned half the audience into frogs, and then you gathered them in a bucket, and then you left with the audience.
They're our newest members. They've run away with the carnival.
Did
love the show so much.
agree to that?
Yes, of course. That's why they turned into frogs, silly. That's how it works.
Okay, because it seemed like they just became frogs.
No.
Joined the-
No one just becomes frogs. They probably drank the frog potion stew.
Okay, so you poisoned them into frogs.
No! There's a very clear sign in size 1 PT font below the potion stew. And then it will turn them into a frog. When the potion means they'll turn into a frog temporarily. And then once the frog grows up, they'll be born into a full space clown. It's all there! Black and white, clear as day!
1 second.
1.
Atlas will just speak into her holostrap and send a message to probably Astra. Just while I'm like, I'm backstage. I'm about to beat the shit out of this space clown. Do you want in?
Whoa! You're going to hit a child? A small, defenseless child?
We're beating up a goblin. Let's go.
Right. Looks like it's a go.
Okay, you go down, follow Atlas's directions, and then you find her in this like dressing room boss. There's a small island child opposite her. Thank goodness someone has
Bastard.
come. This strange island is trying to threaten me.
Where's the goblin?
Astra, that is not a goblin. That's a child.
Exactly.
That is an owlin child.
She
Look,
thinks I'm a goblin.
They
She
were
keeps
a
calling me a
balloon,
goblin.
now they're a owlin child, and I understand this sounds ridiculous, but so does literally everything else we do, so just help me punch this kid in the face.
Oh no,
They were a
please, I'm being
balloon.
bullied.
Cyrus, trust me. Punch the child.
Don't do it. Please don't hit me, mister. I'm scared.
Oh, so were they a balloon?
Yeah, they were a balloon and then they were a little kid and they threatened to gouge my eyes out.
Oh, right, okay. Well, you know what you do with balloons. You pop them, and I'll stab it with a rapier.
Okay, make an attack roll.
I love that our last campaign was like Heroes of the Realm, and this campaign is like all of us are very up for stabbing a child if it seems sus.
Not 20.
Okay.
Imagine if this kid just fucking died now. It's like, well,
Okay, so Barrel.
better go.
And people say Cyrus is fucked up. Barros just stabbed a child.
Or stab a
Not a
fucking
real
kid.
child.
Stabbed a kid. Looks like a kid.
We don't know that.
Smells like a
I
kid.
do.
don't know that.
I do.
Yeah, that'll
We
hit Barros.
don't
Roll
know that.
damage. You have your friends nearby if you want to sneak attack.
Hell yeah. So it's 10 initially, and then another 14.
24 damage. Nice. Okay. Anything else, Barros? Second bonus action attack or anything? Or
Yeah.
oh, I've been stabbed. Blood pouring out of this child's chest. Hits. Yep. Roll damage.
See, a normal child would be dead by now.
Prefer 11.
Nice. Yeah, it looks pretty bloody to this kid. Fucking battered and bruised and pissing blood from their wounds. Volgir, anything you'd like to do at all?
I think Volga's just stood there in shock, still just like,
Cool. Daze is
Another
also
one.
not going to do anything. He's like, oh my god, are we kidding a child, guys? What the fuck? Cyrus.
All right, fuck it. Cyrus draws a sword.
Okay, get your sword.
I was really hoping that he would have dropped his form by now, but it does feel a little bit like we're just killing a child.
Please stop hitting me,
Cut the
mister.
head off. That's a not 20 with a mortal sword.
You decapitate this child. They instantly die. Their body does not change back. They remain a child. And Cyrus, as like it all like falls around you on the ground, like the body falls back, the head rolls around. The head explodes, as does the body, like popping like a balloon, releasing a splash of putrid, corrosive ichor. I need you and Barros to both make me dexterity saving throws, please.
I love that your first beheading was on a child.
This gonna be him.
You both take 3 points of acid damage.
Cyrus, I thought.
I think
Barrows
I can
killed
take
you.
the thing where I basically take no damage, right?
Evasion, you take none, yeah.
Yeah.
If you have evasion.
Cyrus is just the acid on his arm. He's just like brushing it off.
See? Owlin children don't do that when they die.
Yeah, that was weird. Hey, Barros did it first.
No, I mean, I thought you were less choppy these days.
Eh.
Listen. You've got to trust your crew, and if someone tells me that the weird child is not what they say they seem, then we've seen enough fucked up shit that.
That's what I'm saying. And he just exploded into acid, which is not a normal dead child thing to do.
Actually, I've not killed many children, so I don't know if that is a normal thing for children to do.
I mean,
The acid part is weird, I'll admit.
I've also not killed many children, but nothing else has exploded into acid when we killed it, so... Unless it was, like, actively made of acid to start with.
And I mean, to be fair, the kid was creepy anyway.
Yeah, what was it that voice?
Yeah, you stabbed them twice, and they were just like, "Ow, he's stabbing me!" Like, usually
Yeah.
a child would scream.
Yeah, I feel like there'd be more panic
talk.
about that. Or like try to run, right?
They didn't get a chance to. They were in initiative.
So what do we do now?
Well, apparently the frog people drank some food that had a very, very tiny sign to let them know that they were going to turn into frogs, and then when the frogs grew up, they were going to become space clowns. So,
Can we fix the frogs, or are they just destined to be space clowns now?
I didn't really find that out. We just beheaded him, so.
Can Asher look around for a bucket? Or
Sure.
something?
Make an investigation check.
Let's look for clues.
That's a 12.
You don't find a bucket in this room, Asher, but you do find on the dressing table next to the clown makeup, there is a two-handed rifle, looks like. It has a golden handle, like a wooden handle, like a golden kind of like trigger system. This strange blue glowing glass all connected through it, and the end looks like a trumpet, like a gold trumpet kind of like fairing out.
Barros,
Yes.
there's a. I don't know what it is, to be honest. It looks like some. Like the pistols you. A little bit bigger.
Right.
I don't know. I don't trust anything in here right now. I don't know if you want to touch it or not.
Sure. I'll pick it up.
Sure.
I mean, we're at the circus. Oh.
Give me a wisdom saving throw,
confetti
Barrows.
cannon.
You would have advantage in this because you're a setter.
Wisdom saving throw.
It's
18.
three.
Okay. You feel this gun try to instantly attune to you, and you resist it. Oh, that's no fun. You hear, no one else.
Do the gun. Do the gun.
Okay, spray the gun, smash the glass. Oh gosh! The like goop.
Asher's like,
Barros, you good?
Barros, you're stopping the gun thing.
The ray gun is destroyed. Ray gun is gone.
I'm surprised you're more concerned about him stabbing a gun than stabbing a child.
It wasn't a real child.
It was a child.
It's
Well, it looked like a child.
Volgir
You
will just
look
at
like a
Dave, who's
devil.
probably
You're not
still
a
as
devil.
stunned as Volgir, and
Barros
just be
looks like a goat. He's not a goat.
Oh, are you next year say I look like a fucking rabbit?
I need to apologize.
Yes.
I made the statement that it was very cool that you had the talking sword, but I've just realized in the situation in which a weapon talked to me, I instantly stabbed it and destroyed it because fuck that shit. I'm not dealing with no creepy clown.
I mean, at least we know Barros probably isn't going to get cursed by anything if his immediate first thing when something talks to him is to stab it. Like, just think if you had done that with the skull.
Volgir will turn to Daze, and while Daze is probably
The
as shocked
skull
as...
thing worked out okay.
Yeah.
Apart from the chimera nearly burning us all
There
together.
was there
but
was
they
a
did this
lot there was a lot of death first.
Yeah, but it also distracted the
I feel like
Infala,
there
so we
was a
could
lot of
appear-
death first, and then it worked out okay. Is basically just this campaign.
Yeah, a lot of death worked out okay. Hey, it helped us escape. Everyone was distracted with things being on fire and a lot of dead bodies in a hotel.
Volkir,
like
you're
to
looking at Daze.
I'm just kind of looking at Daze going,
Not until we find that fucking frog bucket.
are they...
I think we've done enough. We
Guys,
killed the
Volkir's
leader.
trying to talk.
Good
He's
job.
been trying to talk for like a good while. Stop stepping on Will.
I honestly can't remember what I was going to say anyway.
Look what you
I'll just leave it
did,
at that.
guys. You ruined Volkir's bit. I hope you feel bad.
What about these?
It's about these.
Something about Daze, about how she's looking horrified.
But there was something I'm just thinking, we just look at each other going, I don't know what to expect. I don't know why I expected, but I didn't expect this.
Yeah, me also, to be honest. I kind of wish we just come back to this ship now. I didn't want to see a child be murdered.
Wasn't a
And I
real
think they've
child.
gone crazy stabbing a gun.
Yeah.
I think they've not killed something in a while, so we need to let them off their leash a bit.
Okay. I think maybe we should like invest in like a shooting range or something, or a wrecking room.
Finding that goddamn frog bucket. Come on, let's go.
Okay, if you want to start looking around for a frog bucket, you certainly can. Make a little investigation check.
Can I use a Dragon as like a sniffer dog?
Yeah, you can make a perception check with your dragon.
Tower as a sniffer dog. 18.
What is
15.
What would you say?
Does he? If he doesn't have perception, it'd be a wisdom check for him.
To be honest, I'll probably be better than him at this rate. Oh, fuck it. He doesn't find fuck all. It's a 10.
Okay. Atlas and Cyrus are leading you guys like deeper in this backstage area. You start looking around. Weirdly quiet. Like there doesn't seem to be anyone else here anymore. You don't hear any of that squeaking from the squeaky shoes or anything like that. But you do hear, Atlas, as you keep searching a bit longer, the distant sound of rivets behind a closed door.
Can I open the door?
Seems to be locked.
Okay, who can pick locks or break doors? Cyrus?
I can break a door.
Is there a data pad or depends on the kind of door?
Yeah, it's like a metal tab door with a data pad next to it.
Vulgar, you're probably better at hacking that.
I'll hack it.
Okay, make an Arcana check. Or a Thieves' Tools check if you grab it.
I don't have Thieves' Tools, so I'll go with the Arcana check. That's a 16.
The door, bloop bloop, unlocks, opens up. You see this is like a little janitor's closet, and there's a bucket of a mop stuck in it, and there's just like 20 frogs just like all in this room.
Okay. I don't know what my next plan here was.
Someone roll me d20.
I think, well, you guys have kind of dragged me along to this. I want to go back to ship, so let me know what you want to do with these frogs.
Maybe there's like a D magic thing.
I will say I don't want 20 frogs on the ship.
13 of the
I don't want
frogs.
them in the vent either.
13 of the frogs, triple in size. Like that. Like. Boop, boop.
Cool.
Mm.
Do they fit in the storage cupboard at that point?
Yeah, they were like small frogs, so yeah.
But they're
kinda like
large
puppy
frogs or
size
they're
now.
medium?
They are now small. They were tiny, they're now small.
Okay, that's... Is that a thing frogs do?
No.
Atlas, you said that when the frogs grow up, they turn into space clowns?
Apparently so.
Right. I have a feeling that this is irreversible, and they're going to turn into clowns, and I don't want to be here when that happens.
We can fix
kill them.
this. No, we're not going to kill
You can
them.
put them out of their misery.
Jesus Christ, what's with you guys and just fucking killing people today? First the
I'm just
child and now
saying,
these
if it's-
people became the rescue?
Would you rather be an eternal space clown or dead?
I mean, if you let me sleep, I can dispel magic.
Did you see the frogs just like double in size? We don't have time for you to take a nap.
That's all I got. I don't
I
know
just-
what you want me to do. Do you have the spell, Atlas?
You said they were polymorphed, right?
I can see through things.
What if we bring them really close to death? That might drop the polymorph.
I don't
and
know
then
if it's
after confusion-
polymorph or not.
It looked like they were magically transformed whenever like one of these clowns was going around
I
with the instruments.
use my magic Saparna stone that lets me see shit.
Sure.
I can't remember what the ability's called because it's just an iron stone of
amazing
insight.
knowledge stone. Tell me how to stop frog.
If it's magic, would
Knowledge
dispel
of the
magic work?
gods. How stop frog?
That was my theory, but I don't have that unless I sleep.
I have that.
I was thinking more like
could
lesser
stop.
restoration or greater restoration,
I
but
have
that's
that as well.
expensive and it's a lot of frogs.
I mean, it's probably worth a try, Volger. Just dispel magic.
I can try one, but I can only do it twice today.
Let's see if it, maybe it's just one mass spell. Maybe.
It's one creature.
Oh.
Unless we can somehow group them as one object.
Maybe do it on one of the smaller frogs, the ones that haven't started getting bigger.
I will try it on a small frog.
Sure.
I
Try to dispel
will
magic.
take small frog out first.
Sure.
I tried to spell magic.
Oh, you dispel magic. The frog disappears, and standing in its place, you see a Kenku like. God, that was awful.
Okay, one frog
That
down.
works.
Just 20 more to go.
Yeah, I've only got 2 uses, so do you want to pick another frog?
Try it
This
on one of the big
Clarence
ones.
Clarence picks up a bigger frog. Try this.
Atlas, you want to see the truth, which means you can cast True Seeing or Legend Lore, I believe.
Seems like a waste to use this on frogs.
Probably.
We
I
also
feel like
kind of know
frog
how to
is kinda
fix them now.
Volgi's kind of like grumping as he's doing this. He's just kind of just doing it to keep everyone happy at this point.
Yep.
He's making
try
it
the
very
bigger
well
frog.
noticed that he's not overly.
Iris is like pushing the frog into Volgear at this point. He's like, try it on this one.
I will try it on that one. While it's in his hand.
Sure. It turns into a person in your hands, Iris. They fall. You see like an Aarakocra like, goodness gracious. Why do I have a hungering for flies?
You got turned into a frog by an evil circus. You should get out of here.
Okay.
Wait, neither of you two know magic.
I do card tricks.
Get out.
Get out.
They leave.
Well, that is the end of all the ones I can do.
Well, we saved 2 of them. That's good.
Double roll me D12.
I'll do it. 3.
3 of those larger frogs become tripled in size, and they are now medium-sized creatures.
Legend lore. How stop frog become clown.
Is that what you're doing?
Yep. I'm drawing on the knowledge of the gods.
The legend lore is describe a person, place, or object, and then you find something about it.
Clown frogs. Clowns who turn people into frogs.
Okay.
I become clowns.
They become clowns.
Okay.
Can I only use one word?
No.
Savannah comes back with, what the fuck, man? I thought we were saving the world.
I am the god of nature. This is not natural.
Atlas, your eyes glaze over.
She shows one of those, like, tadpole to frog diagrams and just a random point is crossed out and there's a clown put in there.
Atlas, your eyes like glaze over for seconds. You suddenly like see this knowledge like shared with you. You see there is a human settlement somewhere, some distant planet. You see there is this beautiful like rainbow flower, big petals, and it has this like nectar which they seem to harvest. You maybe like see someone like these human people, and they're like, and yes, with the nectar of the bozo flower, we can make thrill joy. And they produce this like little drink. You see lots of humans drinking the drink, very, very happy. They start laughing uncontrollably just from it, whatever side effect this is.
Oh god, it's clown juice.
And then you watch as their noses get bigger and their feet get longer and they get weirdly shaped and lanky and long. Some get very fat. And they just laugh and laugh and laugh. You see that the rest of the human colony is wiped out by these strange clown-like individuals who cannibalize their way through before piecing together a load of ships into some kind of weird diamond shape, and then fly off into the expanse of it. You then flash for a little bit and you see there is this strange stew being served to unsuspecting people, members of the public. And then you see them flashing the frogs and grow up. The frogs get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then you see that as the frog gets its biggest, it opens its mouth and another clown walks out, as with the other ones. And the frog just instantly dies the second the clown leaves it. And just like, yeah, seems to fall into place working here in the carnival.
That doesn't tell me how to save them. Only once they get big, the frogs die and there are clowns.
So there's no saving them?
Ash is going to try lesser restoration on one of them. See what happens.
Sure, what are you trying to remove?
Yeah, poison, probably.
Sure. You try to remove poison, and that would be enough. It would cleanse one of them of this effect. So that's 17 left.
Okay, line them up.
Everybody grab a
Get
frog.
your frogs!
Biggest
Get your frogs
first.
in a row.
Okay.
Everyone
Big
get
to
your frogs
little.
in a row.
Your frogs in a row. How many lesser restorations you got, Astra?
Oh no, I'm counting.
Yeah, I've got 3 if that helps.
Kind of your total spell.
$10? She can do, well, yeah, 10.
We got 13.
13 if Astra burns through all her spell slots. Volga's got 3 more, he says.
No, she's got 10, he's got 3, so we have 13 overall.
But you've also already done,
Oh yeah, we've
3.
done 3.
so it's 16.
Yeah.
4 left.
frog
The
left.
smallest ones at the moment.
Okay, well, we might as well get these churning out and hope that, maybe one of them was a cleric.
So trim them all out. Someone throw me a D10 or D100, sorry, and we'll see how lucky you are. Doesn't matter.
Alright, I'll do it. That was nearly a 92, and then it was a 12.
12. Unfortunately, none of them are cleric with spell slots to help with the cleansing. They're all just civilians.
How many frogs left?
4.
4.
Check something.
And you guys want to just leave all these people. Look how happy they are to have saved us.
Yeah, what do we do with the last 4?
Ash is there half asleep while Dave's like,
So many frogs. So frogs.
You're doing
I
great,
have
honey.
5 greater
You're doing great.
I have 5
I mean,
greater
I could solve-
restorations prepared.
5 greater restorations.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
100 gold pieces each.
Yeah.
Your money, not mine.
Yeah, we were saying earlier we've got more money than we know what to do with.
You're gonna burn 4 greater restorations.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Actually, I'm not, because I only have 2 fucking spell slots.
Okay. Then you spend 200 gold or 2 sets of those mats, and you have 2 frogs left. Thank you so much for your help. I would give you money, but they stole all of it. My holoshop's empty.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Don't suppose either of you two are magically inclined.
Roll me D100.
Once on each of your turns, if you have no uses of wild shape left, you can give yourself 1 use by expending a spell slot, and then you can do the other thing. Oh no, it's only level 1 spell slots.
41.
No spellcaster. Sorry, I only know how to, like, do very, very basic things like cast light. Nothing strong enough to stop this.
Come on, 2 frogs.
Don't worry
2
about it.
frogs. There's gotta be a
Take
way.
The other bear off.
Hmm.
We saved the majority of them. That's good. We did all we could.
Think. 2 frogs, 2 frogs.
Someone roll me a d4, please.
I just don't have the spell slots. I can try healing them, but I don't think that's gonna work. Charm them.
Wait, Ryan, wait a minute.
What?
Can healing hands not do a thing?
Nope, it just restores hit points.
Damn it, fuck.
You're thinking lay on hands.
That's the one.
You want lay on hands. A paladin can do many,
Paladins.
many things in this situation. Many, many, many things, including the short rest feature that allows people to regain a long rest's worth of stuff.
Look, someone go out there and just start yelling for a healer. Worth a try, right?
We don't want to be too loud though, because what if the other clowns catch on to what we're doing and then we have a whole clown army against us?
Well, we have 12 less clowns, but I also really can't be bothered fighting clowns.
Means there nothing Saparna can do?
Parna,
Yes?
you're a god. Do you know how to fix 2 frogs back into people?
I'm a fragmented god.
They're fragmented people.
That does not
They're
mean that I
frogs.
would have the power to restore them. I imbue all of my divine ability I tend to give to my clerics.
And I cast Detect Magic and work out if this is a polymorph thing and if just punching these frogs unconscious will work.
Sure, you cast Detect Magic. The school of magic that this is coming from is definitely a transmutation school of magic.
Cyrus steps on a frog.
Non-lethally, please hit the frog. You choke a
Cyrus will
frog
kick-
out.
Cyrus will kick the frog.
Okay, you kick the frog, Cyrus. Well, what's your strength modifier?
Non-lethally
+3.
kick the frog.
Do you non-lethally kick the frog?
I'll try and hold back the kick a little, I guess. I won't football kick it, I'll just punt it a little.
Okay, you hit the
Like,
frog.
Punch the frog.
Hit the frog. It reduces in size a little bit, and then you probably give it a second kick, and then it falls away and just like laying on the ground, completely unconscious. Is
I
this?
wish I knew that before I spent
island person.
200 gold.
I'll punt the second frog a little harder.
Do the
I
same.
wish I knew that for 11 spells.
It's okay. Look, you did the right thing. We didn't hurt anybody. That guy looks like he went 10 rounds with like a boxer.
I just imagine we didn't hurt anybody, frog hits the wall beside them.
It's like one of those
Wow.
kids' toys where you like throw it at the wall and it like slaps down.
Yeah. Yeah, and they rematerialize unconscious. Both of them. Eventually, all of them are back, but they're unconscious.
You know, if you
Healing
had let me hit
word.
the frog
Healing
earlier,
word.
Yeah.
you could have saved yourselves all your magical energy.
Okay. Frog's done.
If you get hurt, I can't tell you.
Yeah, and whose fault is that for deciding to heal all the
I
frogs?
could. I won't.
Fine, be that way.
Okay, I just need to set that octopus free and we're done.
No!
Okay.
What?
Look,
Octopus?
clown's bad. Octopus eats clowns, good.
Be unleash chaos.
And we can just leave.
And Volgear can steal the whole of straps and get all the chits.
No, because that means waiting around to find all the clowns and have them beaten. Just
Yeah, we'll also
release-
have to either get the whole straps off them before they get eaten, or wait around till they're digested.
Or just release the octopus, watch chaos, and then go.
I also don't know where an octopus's butthole is, because its mouth was exactly where I thought it would be.
Oh, actually, I think they're the
One
same.
way in, one way out.
I don't like that.
release the octopus and leave.
Agreed.
Let's get the ass and mouth creature out of here.
Just gotta find it
and
first.
Okay, if you're looking for the octopus creature, the tentacled horror, you can make an investigation check to find where that might be.
Oh god.
Olger hates this idea.
Cyrus isn't helping this time.
14.
Takes you
Olga's
maybe about...
actively walking away already.
Sure. You eventually find a stairway going down, Atlas, in the back of like this like backstage area. And you find underneath the main ring, there's a large, big like room, and it's like labeled like "Do not go in here. Bad idea. Danger, danger. Warning, warning." What's the labels?
Love that. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals, even though I'm not convinced it's an
Sure.
animal. And I'm going to go in the danger, danger, don't go in here, very bad room.
Okay, you go in. You see there is a like a cage.
Before I go in there, I'm going to turn to everyone and be like, you guys can wait here if you don't want to get eaten.
Mulga's already halfway to the ship.
No, but, you know, someone's got to go in there.
Like buddy system, so.
Anyway, into the danger, danger, don't go in here, you'll get eaten room.
Sure. You open the door, go inside, you see there's this big cage on a hydraulic arm, which probably can be used to move it up and down like a lift. There's a hatch in the ceiling, which is currently sealed, and you see in the cage this like black, iridescent, shiny skin of the octopus creature.
I say, hey there, remember me?
It like rotates around, it suckers like popping off the bits of metal it's been holding on to, and it turns around to have a look at you, looking at you side on, so it can see you with its eye.
Can you understand me?
An insight check if you want.
$24.
Doesn't seem to be understanding you.
Okay, then you're not a beast. Doesn't really matter. Maybe you're a monstrosity like Tewa. I run through all of my languages to see if it understands any of them.
Okay, what languages?
Foreign, Celestial, Common, Draconic, and Druidic.
Nope.
She will lean out and be like, Cyrus, you fought demons? You speak anything gooey?
I speak Infernal and Abyssal.
I got Abyssal as well.
Right out.
Hello? And Abyssal.
Hello there. Finally, someone who understands my language.
Yeah.
Is it talking?
It's
You just hear like
we're gonna let you out?
Don't eat us.
If it agrees to kill the clowns, but not the people.
You can kill the clowns, the ones who trapped you.
Yeah.
But not us. And the audience members.
Kill everyone. Yes.
Kill clowns. The ones with the big
hair, big feet, big noses.
big hair, big feet,
Squeaky.
big noses.
Very squeaky.
Squeaky. The ones that squeak. No, the ones with the squeaky feet. Yeah?
Make me a persuasion check.
No.
Do we get any advantage from my excellent animal handling earlier?
Not really.
Worth a try.
You're bartering with an aberration.
Kill everyone.
If it wants to kill everyone, we don't let it out.
Then we're not letting it out.
We could open the hatch door and shove it up through the ceiling, and I don't know.
Yeah, but there's
hope that
people
it
out
finds the
there.
coins. Yeah, well, if they don't get to the ships in time, that's their fault.
Quiet. Were we left alone in this creepy ass?
You know, you've not seen anyone else.
That is a point. It did get very quiet.
What about our ship?
Maybe the clowns die after their performance and the frogs replace them.
Okay. Don't kill us. Try not to kill people.
Kill everyone.
Including us?
Kill everyone, yes, that's what you said.
Okay. Yeah, let's just leave it because I think it's going to kill us. So,
Or we could just open the cage and run since you wanted to free it so much.
We could open the cage and put it up there.
That was what I was suggesting.
okay, let's do that and get back to the ship because I'm getting concerned.
Okay.
Okay, you want to open the cage? There's these huge, big, like, metal, like, rings, like, spin, like, to open the...
I want to start setting it, like, sending it up and open it just as it's getting up there.
Okay, sure. So you find the controls, you start setting it up, and just again, you open it up, and as soon as you do so, you hear, like... You hear, like, moving around above you.
Okay, let's get out of
Okay,
here.
back to the ship.
Ship.
Okay, you run back up the stairs, run back to the backstage area,
Doing a quick
come
pet-
into the big top, because that's where the
Yep.
backstage entrance is. You see the cage there, it's empty. And you see the entrance is the only other way out to the main doors to the main area space.
Is there just like a trail of black
Slime,
going
black
out the
ichor,
exit?
yes, trailing up.
Atlas is just doing head counts as we're going to make sure that we like still have like. It's like, fuck, where's the kobold? Oh no, there he is. It's fine.
Everyone grab their buddy.
Where's Volgear?
Halfway back to the he was walking. I think he stood halfway back just as you descended into darkness. He was just standing there, just going.
You see a giant octopus coming down the street. You're like, well, that's not good.
Looks like the octopus is headed off down the strange like place with all the stalls and food stalls. You hear just like a little like down there.
Well, I think he found the clowns. Let's go.
Yep. Okay, let's go.
Okay, you just say fuck it and beeline for the Chimera.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Get there. Chimera seems to be in one piece. Nothing strange or startling.
Atlas is gonna take the aerial route and try and see how things are going.
The air, what to do? What?
Just to fly
Flying
up
to the.
and just see if she can see like what's going on.
She
Where?
wants to see her chaos unfurl.
It's a so the ships are on jetties outside. There's an entrance of the shield. So you go for that. You leave. You left unless you want to stay there.
I meant like when we start hearing the scream, she's going to fly up.
Okay. You fly up and like start like, going around and look at it. Yeah, sure. Do you want me to stealth check? See the thing doesn't spot you because it is big enough that it could probably snatch you down from the ceiling.
21.
21. Doesn't seem to notice you. You float down the little like straight alleyway with all the little games. You see most of the stalls being wrecked and ruined. This thing's like slammed its way through. You see a couple of like bloody dead corpses. You see some people who you let out, who you've like rescued, have been like murdered by this thing. Like it's just like half eaten them. There's a couple of dead clowns as well. It just seems to be indiscriminately attacking
Just
anyone.
killing things.
Yep, anything that's still here. Those who go for the ships, all the ships have left apart from yours, and there's a group of like 5 people who are trying to currently like pry the doors open. Whenever you do get there, and so as soon as you come in, they start just running away. They're like, "What?" They're in mad blind panic.
We should grab those people. There's no other way to escape, and we can let an aberration out.
Fine.
Hello.
We're going to run out of beds.
You could just take them to like
They can-
the closest
They can
satellite.
sleep on. They can sleep on top of the Chimera until they, you know.
In the
Get
cold
dropped off.
expanse of space? That sounds like a terrible idea.
I think he
No, not that Chimera.
You open the cargo bay doors, and there's a fucking giant, life-size.
Oh, that's disappointing.
It's a Chimera.
Mm.
And
A safe
bed
Chimera.
adjacent.
Okay, let's herd everyone back in here.
I don't think she wants it, Cyrus. Volga starts
Yeah, I don't
trundling
think
it
so.
out the door, pulling it out the door.
Dragging it, little Volgear.
Asher's like trying to pull it back, but she probably doesn't have any leeway. Sunshine, help!
God, this is like watching my parents fight. I don't know who to pick. We tried hard to get it here.
Leave it there.
Okay, you leave it.
Yeah, it's too much effort. To
Also,
move it.
like, what if it's like the Trojan horse? You know, it's just full of clowns.
Why would you say
Well,
that?
I mean, we do have someone that seems to want to stab every inanimate object.
Only if they talk.
Don't stab the teddy.
Barros will like go up to like the teddy and put his ear up against like the
Make a perception check.
head of it.
If he says there's 100 clowns in here.
Dear squeak.
6.
It sounds as you would expect a teddy to sound quiet and empty.
Can I ask her a check? Because she's panicked.
Sure.
She's.
Meanwhile, Atlas
Turn on
is
my
trying
piranha.
to like call over the fucking people we saved to like
Okay.
get in the
Yeah,
fucking.
make a persuasion check, Atlas, like try to calm them.
That's a 28.
Asher, you're all like pretty much 100% certain that this is just a plushie. There's nothing inside it.
Okay.
Paranoia
20.
is getting
Why
to
What
would you
is-
scare me like that?
Yeah, they come over and then they.
What's the prediction at Ashter? Do I stab the teddy?
I'll just be all the little.
Captain,
people
let's get the
things that'll
fuck
be
out of
everywhere.
Clown Town.
You see like tentacles start like coming from the main entrance.
Volgir will start moving his way towards the fucking
You can move.
Close the door.
stuff. Yeah,
Start the engine.
yeah.
You've jet off away, leaving this ruined Carnivale. No more will the space clowns abduct their unsuspecting patrons or siphon their cash and try to make off much as they can.
Are we
Alrighty.
back
I mean, we
to
didn't
zero
see a lot of clowns.
We probably should have turned off the pyre so people thought it was derelict, whereas the lights are still going, so I suppose Squiddy might still have a food source in the next couple of days.
I mean, if you pull up, see that amount of carnage, and still get out of your ship, that's on you at that point.
If you guys would
Okay.
like, you could fly to probably the
Can I ask
closest.
the people where the fuck they're from?
There's a mix. There is 2 gnomes, a halfling, a kenku, and also the old fortune teller woman.
I mean, I guess you're not a clown.
No. And she holds up her arms, and you see that she has a little, like, very loose, but they're probably like around her elbows. She's like chained, like handcuffed. I was abducted.
Well, welcome, I guess. Let me work out what the closest planet is from here, and honestly, you guys can work out your own from that.
Sounds good to us. Yeah, you have a choice. Either Squall would be closest, or maybe somewhere like Barna.
I haven't been to Barney yet.
Or we could land in the main city at Squall rather than, like, my place.
I mean, if we land in the main city, that means that there's more trade routes. It's easier for them to get home, wherever that is.
Sounds like a plan.
Then let's go to the song.
Cool.
Okay, you guys head back towards Squall. You see the horrible smog-ridden planet from the atmosphere.
Home sweet home.
Set a course for the song, which is the capital, if you could call it that. The song seems to be where the previous stilt city you went to was the Croak, which is a singular big spire impaled into the ground, where at the top of it, like near the top of it, there was that like sprawling like scaffolding city up high above the clouds. The song is 3 of these stilts, all embedded in close proximity to each other, and they're all kind of bridged across. It is still very much a salvaged and emergency put together situation. However, it does seem to be a little bit less unstable than the Croak was.
It's a fancy shanty town.
And yeah, you land your ship down, probably somewhere relatively sturdy looking, a good clearing. and you can let the people out.
Yeah, we'll let them out.
Cool.
Just let them go on their way.
Probably around this point, you're probably near enough your mark where you're, at a point where you probably want to start having a snooze, and then in the morning getting ready to jump, make your next jump.
Asher's already in bed. I don't think she said goodbye.
Okay. So Astron D is nowhere to be seen.
Or Asher's falling asleep in the mess room. Sofa just.
Okay, that's definitely a Sunshine. Can you help me carry Asher to bed? Yeah, okay, I got it. Come on. Oh, gosh, she's small, but the armor she wears is heavy. Don't fucking call my. Are you calling my girlfriend's fat? No. Just I'm saying she carries a lot of things on her. She's very small as a person. Sunshine, I don't know. I'm glad you can't, fuck someone, because you would just fuck it up. Thank you. You're welcome, big boy. Let's go. Trudges upstairs. Yeah, unless anything else you guys need to do or want to do, you can all get a long rest. And then a new day rises, and you can plot a course for your next jump.
Well, I think that went fine.
I suppose.
Cyrus is just drinking his coffee in silence, just...
Yeah, Cyrus, you go look in the sink. Your piranha has nibbled through the bag and is just swimming around the kitchen sink.
No, I'm
shit.
assuming that would be Atlas making, like, her breakfast, being like, there's a cute little fish in the sink. What? Does anyone know about that?
That would be mine. I want him with a beanbag throw.
You just gonna keep him in the sink?
I was thinking of getting a container, but I don't know if Squall did aquariums.
I think I have a barrel spare out of my brewer supplies.
A small barrel would probably do the job.
Sure, you fill up a barrel and then try to scoop the fish out of the sink.
Can we line the barrel with, I don't know, plastic, or is it like, will it leak?
A
You
barrel.
need to brew things in.
A barrel, as long as it is properly seasoned, which is when you basically let it absorb liquid. It's the wood swells and it becomes watertight. So if you fill it with enough water, it will leak initially, but it will eventually become
We just
watertight.
gotta leave it in the sink for a little bit.
Yeah.
We do have some water barrels in the hold.
Yep.
Just use that.
Yeah.
You want me to try and
Or
switch
wait,
him over?
Yeah, I mean, you're probably better at dealing with animals than me anyway, so... He bites.
Huh.
Caution.
All
She
fish
hates animals
bite.
that bite.
Yeah.
Can I
Does
make
she-
an
does she
animal
notice
handling
that
check to try and swap around the piranha?
Sure.
That's a 17.
What's your AC?
16.
You successfully swap it around. However, you do get bit for 1 piercing damage.
Nippy.
Told you.
That's a good name.
Nippy.
That's a good name.
Nippy?
Yeah.
Sure.
I was about to say, if you didn't make up your mind in 2 seconds, Volga was going to grab your hand and go, see? Put your hand in the barrel.
Okay. So you, with Nippy now safely in your care, I will need a plot course, please, Atlas, because you've found your encounter. So you must plot another course because you've had this strange event happen with the circus. I will need a couple of D100s for off-board and
27.
on-board hazards, please.
On board, 51.
I'll do off board.
Nice. Nothing strange happens, and you have 3 days until your next encounter, which will take you all the way to the Carius Nebula. So unless there's anything specific you guys would like to do in either of the stops, we can simply jump those 3 days, and you guys can be arriving at Lush for the start of the next session.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
I don't think. Yeah, I think that's. There's nothing to majorly do, is there?
Oh, should we? Is it better keeping the piranha in a barrel or getting an aquarium?
Aquarium.
While we're. Yeah, we'll get a proper aquarium for Nippy.
In the 3 days, I'm sure we'll.
I'm
at
sure
some
we can
point
find
stop doing
some
shopping.
trade district, you know.
Yeah, you probably,
Yeah.
maybe not on, like, you know, the front line of Draken in space,
No fish shops on the front line.
but, like, probably in, like, the Geminiacs sector. You can probably
But the
find
jacket, it's
somewhere.
not like sushi. Live sushi. Fresh fish.
Buy some for Nippy, because that
More than I think more that whenever you are actually in the Zaraf sector, you probably have to, like, turn off the fucking everything and just lie low for 24 hours, like, to not get spotted.
It's a hideout day.
Yeah.
We play a lot of Go Fish.
Because you know that there's a lot of Draconid ships who are effectively just marauders who are trying to survive right now because the chain of command is not functioning. At least still isn't at the moment. But yeah, the Geminic sector, there's Beacon Station, which is like a relay. There's also so that probably would be the place to go. Just Beacon Station itself. It's like a military kind of like area. But you can probably like drop in and like, you know, find some kind of glass tank or something, you know, for call it 5 silver pieces.
Can I get one of those that has like automated food and cleaning?
That'll be a bit
that
more
I don't
expensive.
forget to feed the fish.
Sure,
Yes, I don't
call
wanna
it a
forget to
gold.
feed
Call it
the
a
fish.
gold. Okay, and yeah, you guys finish jumping, and as you kind of
That's
like
one of Sunshine's daily chores, feed the fish.
as you make your way
Yeah.
back towards Kemnor, back to where everything begun for you all, you see the beautiful, lush, green, elven homeworld. You see this lovely asteroid belt of, like, beautiful greens and vibrant blues and colors all around it, and the dark grey Harbinger moon looming in the distance. However, somewhere along the asteroid belt of Lush, there is something that looks like similar in size to a big satellite. Very large. Big enough you could
Yes.
easily land a couple of ships on it. Large, sprawling limbs come off it. A glowing green eye, perhaps, floating above Lush. Floating above Kemnor. And every now and again you see green beams like go down to the asteroid belt. And Serpana, are you wearing her on your back atlas at the moment, or would you have her in the systems?
Yes.
Okay.
No, if we're traveling, I probably just have her like in the systems.
Okay, then you all would hear Serpana say, "So, that's what I really look like." You see this huge natural Tev floating over Lush. I hope you're ready, Beros. And
I
that,
was in fact not ready.
and that's where we're gonna stop for tonight. We'll see you next time. Bye, byes.